Okay. Hello again. I'm third time's a charm. Here, let me. Hello again. I'm third time's a charm. Here, let me. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated image. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated image. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated image. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated. Make sure sound. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated. I'm still very echoey. Sound. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Repeated. I'm still very echoey. Sound. Hello again. I'm sorry for the third time's a charm. Oh, I see. Let's see if that fixed that. So many echoes. Yep. Okay, that did fix it. Technical difficulties, but it's fixed now. So, here we go again. Well, so we have a winter storm coming on tomorrow and Wednesday, February 11th and 12th, 2025. 2020, oh my goodness, I cannot talk right now. But anyways, here are the current warnings and watches from the National Weather Service. Just want to start off with this. So we got the winter storm warning in most of the Northern Virginia area. And we also have winter weather advisories out around it. As you can see, the area for the winter storm warning is the area where the National Weather Service expects there to be the most snow. There still should be snow in those areas that have a winter weather advisory as well. So getting into what the National Weather Service says for areas around DC or areas near me, which is Fairfax, Arlington, Falls Church. The National Weather Service has these areas having snow accumulating between 4 and 8 inches, which is a pretty decent snow. That's a little bit more actually than the last snow. At least in Falls Church, we only got 6 inches in the last big snow. So moving on to what is happening here. Oh, I realized you cannot see this. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let's get the intro going, of course. And then it should be good. Yeah, here we go. These are the advisories. And then here's the National Weather Service statement. We got total snows between 4 and 8 inches. And yeah, moving on to what I'm thinking here for this storm system. First, we got the timing of this storm. So what I'm thinking timing-wise for this storm is the storm's going to come in, as you can see here on the weather models that I'm using. I'm using Pivotal Weather for my weather model resource. Yeah, I am thinking that it's going to come in around 11 to 12 p.m. or 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So around noon tomorrow. And it's going to continue to snow until about 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And then as you can see, as I've been scrolling to the right, there's going to be a warm-up period where there will be some rain and probably some freezing rain in some areas. And with that comes a little bit of a warm-up. And what's bringing this all together is a cold front here. The cold front is shown in this pink line, which is actually the jet stream. It's dipping here in the middle. And it's just showing the cold air getting pushed down south and the warm air coming up where the precipitation is. So when that warm air runs into the cold air. It gets pushed over it, and it allows the lifting mechanism for storms to form if there's moisture available. And as you can see, we got lots of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. And we got high pressures to the north and the southeast, keeping the storm from going too far out to the ocean, but also too far north to bring us rain. The high pressure that's in the northern area is actually a blocking mechanism to keep the low pressure from coming farther north and turning our snow into rain, because the low pressure system, the more moisture you get in the area, it actually increases the temperature. So if that low pressure, the L you see off the coast, it's actually a weak low pressure for the storm. So it's not super impressive. But if that L was closer to us, the temperatures would increase and it'd be more likely rain. So yeah, so this is kind of the setup, what's happening. And moving into the timing period again, this is 11 a.m. You get a little bit of, maybe a tiny bit, a little bit of rain, but mostly snow when it starts out. And then it continues to move on till Wednesday morning. As you see, it kind of dies out. But it's a pretty steady snow, so it can get heavy at times. And as you can tell, Wednesday night, but also later Tuesday afternoon, you get some heavy snow. So watch out for that. Then moving into our temperatures. So I mentioned, as you can see in the last weather model run I'm showing here, it turns into rain later Wednesday night to Thursday right here. And you get some freezing rain to the west. This is showing, the reason this is showing this is because this warm air comes in after that cold front moves out for that first storm, which we're going to have tomorrow for the snow. So this little second rain that comes later comes when the new warmth comes in, and you get a new burst of cold air that comes down to help form more storms. So though there will be some rain later on Thursday, I truly believe that the snow is still going to stick around. We may lose about half of what accumulated from that rain, but it will refreeze because the Friday morning temperatures are supposed to go down to the upper 20s. So, yeah. Then talking about freezing rain and ice, if that was on thought on your head, it seems like it's going to be mainly snow for the northeastern part of Northern Virginia, so you don't have to worry about ice, luckily, because ice is a lot worse than snow. It's more dangerous, so I'm thankful for that. But to the west, they have a chance of getting some ice and freezing rain. And I actually want to bring this to light. In the southwest of the western part of Virginia, they're actually probably going to get an ice storm, which is very, very bad for trees and power lines. So hopefully it's not too bad for them down there. And I'm a Hokie from Virginia Tech, so hopefully my fellow Hokies are going to do okay. Then moving on to snow trends. So you've probably been checking your phone maybe recently on snow total amounts. If you've been checking it from this morning to about now, I mean, I haven't checked it right now, but there was a slight increase of snow. And this is due to a shift in, of course, the weather models, because that's how your weather app gets its information. So if we look at the weather model output for Sunday night, which is right here on the screen, you can see up in Northern Virginia, it's saying 3.7 inches for us. And also this is the American model, the GFS model, if you're wondering. And the big pink blob where there would be more snow is down here. But then when you go to tonight, 24 hours later, you can see that pink blob has actually shifted north and has increased our totals now to 4.1 inches. I know it's not that much, but the trend is the bigger area of snow or snowfall is moving farther north, so that might actually increase or the snow amounts. So maybe what is said right now is actually, it might actually be pretty accurate because they increased it from this morning. But just it wouldn't be surprising if we got more snow than what is saying on your weather app. But again, the models have been everywhere, so this trend could definitely be something, but these trends can only go so far because there's a windshield wiper effect where things go north and south. So I don't know if the trend will continue, but right now, this is what I see, and this is what I think could happen. So moving into more snow. So when I was making my snow maps, which I'm going to show pretty soon, the snow map was a kind of an average of a couple models that I like to look at. One is the NAM, since we're pretty close as a short-term model. I thought it was doing pretty well for this storm. And then the European model, which is typically pretty good. They both have their big blob of snow more into the central part of Virginia. But if you go in between them, you can see there's a little slight difference. The European has its bigger area of snow a little farther south, and the NAM has it a little farther north. So I tried to find a good, even balance between them. And here is my first winter storm snow map. So this is my more conservative guess on what the snow maps are going to be. Again, as I was sharing, the bigger snow amounts are most likely going to be in the south or southern central parts of Virginia, or even just central parts of Virginia. And I'm thinking they're going to get 6 to 8 inches. Since we're a little farther north and we got more cold air, we get a little less moisture. I still think we'll get about 3 to 6 inches. We're really close to that trend of that snow moving, basically the higher bands of heavy snow moving farther north. So there's a chance there could be more, but my safe guess would be about 3 to 6 inches for areas in Fairfax and Falls Church, Arlington. But of course, down south, where closer to Springfield and Burke, you could have closer to 6 inches, I think. And then areas west, northwest, just 1 to 3 inches. For best case scenarios, this was me looking at, hey, what do a good majority of the models think would be like the best outcome? Not really looking at the models that think that it's going to be a not as impressive event, but also thinking about the trend of the snow. I guess, yeah, the trend of the snow potentially increasing in the northern parts of the area as the blob of heavy snow is moving north in that trend I was sharing. I actually raised all of the the winter snow accumulations. So we got 3 to 5 in the west, 5 to 8 more in our area, and then 8 to 10 more farther south, and maybe locally 12. That blob of snow down south is going to have a lot of heavy wet bands of snow. So there's certain areas who are going to get like pretty heavy bands of snow. So you can't. It's hard to tell exactly where those will be, but I think there could be isolated areas about about a foot of snow. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this winter storm. If you have any thoughts or questions, you're welcome to ask me in the YouTube comment section, or you can email me. I'm also going to throw this back up. Here's my Instagram and Facebook information. If you're interested in following and getting weekly forecasts from me, I usually post those every Sunday night. So you just get a little hint about the week, get my perspective on things, and I hope to be able to be a resource for you in the future for weather. And thanks for hanging in here with me, and I hope everyone makes smart choices for tomorrow. And just be safe. And most likely, which I've already heard, schools are having early dismissals, and I wouldn't be surprised if schools are closed on Wednesday. But yeah, I'll wait a second to see if anyone has any questions for the couple people who are watching right now, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. So hang here for a second. Sorry, I'm getting a text. There we go. Oh, I realized my information on it. Now it's up. And of course the interest to share. My bad. Okay, now you can see the information. Someone's asking, what is the suggested weather outfits needed? Well, it really depends. If you're sensitive to cold weather and you're going to be out in the cold in the winter weather, of course, wearing layers, whether that be a heavy coat, a hat, mittens, scarf, just what you would be comfortable with. It's not going to be super cold because the temperatures are going to be around freezing. So I always lean on the side of being comfortable than trying to look cool. So, but it's up to you. And make sure you wear shoes that might have a little extra grip because the snow could be slippery. Cool. Well, I hope everyone has a good night and a good rest of their week, and I hope to do future streams in the future. Oh yeah. Okay.